A small object that silently rewrote human history. Imagine holding something so tiny that you could barely see it with your eyes, yet powerful enough to control rockets, satellites, computers, phones, hospitals, and even the way you are watching this video right now. What if I told you that one invention from the 1960s quietly shaped the modern world more than electricity, cars, or even the internet itself? Most people walk past it without ever realizing its power. But without it, your smartphone would not exist. Your laptop would not exist. Space exploration would be far behind. Modern medicine would feel like another century. It all starts with one revolutionary idea: the integrated circuit, also known as the microchip. The world before the microchip. A slow and bulky reality. Before the 1960s, technology was large, heavy, and incredibly limited. Computers were not something you held or even placed on a desk. They filled entire rooms. Some even filled entire buildings. They used thousands of separate electronic parts called vacuum tubes and transistors connected by wires. If one part failed, the entire system could break down. Imagine trying to fix a machine that has tens of thousands of tiny wires, all manually connected. It was slow, it was expensive, and it was fragile. Technology was powerful, but extremely impractical. Space missions required enormous machines just to perform basic calculations. Universities needed large laboratories just to run a single computer, and everyday people had no access to computing at all. The world was ready for change, even if it did not know it yet. The moment everything changed. The birth of the integrated circuit. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, two brilliant minds changed history forever. They were Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce. Working separately, they discovered something groundbreaking. Instead of building electronic circuits using separate parts connected by wires, what if everything could be placed onto a single tiny piece of material? That idea became the integrated circuit. The integrated circuit brought multiple electronic components together onto a single chip of semiconductor material. This meant resistors, transistors, and other parts no longer needed to be built separately and connected manually. Everything could be manufactured together in a compact form. At first, it sounded almost impossible, but once it worked, the world would never be the same again. Why this invention was so powerful? The real genius of the microchip was not just its size, it was what it made possible. Before it, technology was built like a messy puzzle assembled by hand. After it, technology became something that could be mass-produced, scaled down, and made incredibly powerful. The integrated circuit made electronics smaller, faster, cheaper, and more reliable all at the same time. That combination changed everything. Suddenly, engineers could think bigger while building smaller. Devices that once filled rooms could now fit on a table. Later, they would fit in your pocket. This was not just improvement. This was transformation. The space race and a secret weapon. During the same era, the world was racing to the moon. Space exploration required massive computing power, but spacecraft could not carry heavy machines. This is where the integrated circuit became a silent hero. NASA used microchip-based systems in guidance computers that helped astronauts travel through space and land on the moon. Without this invention, space missions would have been far more difficult, if not impossible at the time. The microchip did not just power technology on Earth, it helped humanity reach beyond Earth. The birth of the modern computer era. After the integrated circuit, computers began shrinking rapidly. What once took an entire building could now fit into a single machine. By the 1970s and 80s, personal computers began entering homes and offices. This shift changed education, business, communication, and creativity forever. People could now type documents, store information, and perform calculations without needing a giant machine. The microchip turned computing from a rare industrial tool into something personal and accessible. This was the beginning of the digital revolution, from huge machines to your pocket. Fast forward a few decades. The same core technology from the 1960s is still powering everything around you. Your smartphone contains billions of tiny transistors packed onto microchips smaller than a fingernail. Your laptop, your television, your car, your smartwatch, even your refrigerator depends on this invention. Think about that. One invention from decades ago is still the foundation of modern life. The integrated circuit is the invisible engine behind the entire digital world. Without it, there would be no social media, no streaming, no mobile apps, and no instant communication. How it changed daily life forever. This invention did not just change scientists or engineers, it changed ordinary life. Communication became instant, information became accessible, work became faster, entertainment became digital. Doctors now use advanced machines for diagnosis and treatment. Students learn through digital tools. Businesses operate across continents in real time. Even transportation systems rely on microchips for navigation and safety. The integrated circuit quietly became the backbone of modern civilization, and most people never even notice it. The hidden revolution still going on. What makes this invention even more fascinating is that it never stopped evolving. Every year, microchips become smaller and more powerful. More transistors are packed into the same space. Devices become faster and more intelligent. Artificial intelligence, robotics, space exploration, and modern medicine all depend on continuous improvements in chip technology. We are still living inside the revolution that began in the 1960s. The microchip is not just history, it is the ongoing story of the future. The smallest thing with the biggest impact in history. So the next time you unlock your phone, watch a video, or use any digital device, remember this. Inside that device is a tiny piece of technology born in the 1960s that reshaped everything you see around you. It is proof that the biggest changes in history do not always come from the largest objects. Sometimes they come from something so small that you can barely see it, yet powerful enough to change human civilization forever. And here is the real question. If one tiny invention could transform the entire world once, what breakthrough is waiting right now to do it again? If this blew your mind, like this video, subscribe for more powerful stories, and share it with someone who loves discovering how the world really works.